folks, and welcome back to Prison Architect. Last time we added a whole bunch. We went through and we added on the parole area, which we have a larger one now. We have 3 different spots for it. More offices. We added a visitation area, an infirmary, solitary cells. We got the spiritual, or what is this? I don't know. It's the chapel, I guess. Laundry, another cleaning area where we have that. And then we have 20 new cells coming. The only problem that we have is, well, we have 2 problems. One, we have more prisoners than we do beds right now. And 2, we're running a negative cash flow. So we definitely have some problems that we need to get solved. And hopefully, once we get this wing opened up, it should solve a lot of our problems. The only other issue we have right now is that this cafeteria is just far too small for what we're doing. So what I'm thinking of doing here, and we don't have a lot of cash to do this, but I'm going to add another entrance somewhere up here. And then we'll make another cafeteria over in this area or something along those lines. Maybe this whole area will be a giant cafeteria, and then we could have a yard over here, and then we'll just have flanks of these kind of things there. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll see what's going on here. But I think we can make better use of this area as well. Potentially adding on a new shower area here for this cell block, and then we can replace this one with some additional cells. I don't know if that's the plan or not. That's kind of the play that I want to do right now. But I'm not super positive where I want to be with any of this stuff. As we look at other things, micromanagement, let's see what that does. Unlocks food logistics, allowing you to specify which kitchens, cooks. Oh, that's kind of cool. And laundry logistics, so we can do all of that. That's kind of fun. I don't want to do that yet. Legal, I don't want to do. Education allows us to do a lot of stuff. And then we have remote access, intelligence. What does that do? Yeah, I'll do that. And I also want to get dogs too. So I think we're going to do dogs first, and then we'll maybe do the armory after that. Mainly because if we go over into grants, as we saw last time, if we get that government security rating, that's going to add a lot of cash to us with really very little investment up front. And then we also have some short-term investments which we possibly could do. I really want to do this one, the prisoner education one, but we just need to have more people in the prison for that to happen, but I think we'll be okay. The only thing that I'm also a little worried about right now, other than we keep having escaping prisoners, is our danger level is increasing. So we have some serious complaints with some people, and we need to get all of that solved. But for right now, we need to go in and figure out all of the things. So I'm going to go over to water utilities next, because that's going to be the next big thing that we need to do. There's going to be toilets running all up through there. Another set of toilets is going to run all up through there. And then we're going to have a mess of shower stuff going on here. I just need to figure that out. So rooms are going to go... Actually, let me build all of the walls and all that stuff first. And then we can worry about dedicating out the rooms. So I'm just going to keep doing this. And look at all the lighting that's going to disappear. Crap. But it has to happen. And this end one's going to get a super room because I mismeasured. My bad. Sorry, game. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to cancel those plans entirely. Because I can just build the copy-paste cell thing and do all of the work that I just wanted to do there much more quickly and much more easily, and maybe scatter in some more stuff. So let's go over to quick build. We'll grab cell. Do I want to do the improved cell? Like, what does that add? Oh, that adds showers right in there for us. They're significantly bigger, which means they're not going to fit in where we want. And what is a luxury cell? My goodness, look at that thing. That's like a first-class cell, baby. The only problem is it takes up 2 spots. But it's kind of cool looking. I kind of dig that. And then what does a shared cell look like? Yeah, we don't want that one. Although the density on that is very nice. But an improved cell is a little interesting. If I could do that, going all the way down, how much more space does it take up? It does take up more space, but does it work? I don't think so. Alright, so we're going to just do this. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, that just means the shower is going to be one step bigger, which is totally fine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, that's going to significantly increase the size of our prison overall, which is totally fine with me. I'll get some white tiles there. We'll get the drains. So let me go over to objects. Just get some drains in there and then shower. Do I want these or I just want to put, I think I'm just going to put these around all of the edges. Oh, whoops. Those, they need to be up farther, yeah. Alright, there's plenty there. The drain needs to go up here. Planning-wise, I want to get rid, can I just clear all plans? Yes, I'm going to clear all plans. Alright, and then flooring will go back in and put on the proper type of flooring for what we want there. This, I'm just going to lock that open, and same with this, we're going to lock that open. That should help us out a great deal. Objects, I need to go with lights and make sure every single room has its own light bulb. There we go. And we have intake turned off, yes. So the reason why I wanted to make sure intake was turned off, because as we increase the size of all these or add on these prison cells, we need to make sure that we're not going to be taking in a whole bunch more in the way of prisoners here today. So that's kind of our goal here. I need to see. I know the general quality of our cells is low. I don't particularly care about that. We just need to have people stop escaping. That would be the biggest thing that could be useful to us. All right, so we're working on building those cells. It's just a matter of time. We're still down money. We're minus $383 a day, which kind of sucks. And then we also need to retrofit one of these here. So I'm going to dismantle that one. And whenever that gets done, we're going to put in one of the max ones. There it goes. Bam, bam. Because we're starting to run up against some of the limits for what we have there. So we want to make sure we get that all in place. Taking a look at bureaucracy, we have the dogs. I just want to get the armory as well because that's big money for us. And this is a laughably small yard for what we're doing here. But the idea that I want to do here is basically I want to copy and paste this. In a perfect world, I'd like to do it up here as well. And like have just branches of these things all the way off of everything. And we could build some giant prison from that. That's the eventual plan, I think. I'd have to offset them because I want to make sure like we have this 4-wide gangway kind of going through here. So maybe have like this opening here would be another pathway going up so it can service this area, which is eventually going to be our canteen. And then we have more copies of these going down. I don't know. We have to play with all this. I don't really know for sure what I want to do with any of that. I did put in small pipes for all this, didn't I? Like, I'm not a crazy person. All right. And I'm just clicking through just to make sure I didn't miss anything obvious that I need to have for any of this stuff. Don't think I did. I think we're okay. Alright, we're searching for tunnels just in case. Found 2 cell phones so far. Ooh, lots of cell phones. 4 cell phones. What is that? Booze, poison, cigarettes, and okay. Rooms, battle and shower. That is all gonna go right there. And then we have to do our flooring because I'm me and I'm gonna go crazy if all of that is not. Oh, I don't have the money for that. God help us. All right. Cell block B, what does that make us do? Expand it to 50. We're not there. So we're going to put on that security rating because we are almost there with that. And let me take a look at utilities. Yeah, we're waiting on lots of lights to get put in place right now. So I don't think there's a way to just copy and paste stuff like custom wise. Oh, I can clone. There it is. Boom. So I can click on clone. And how do I use it? Clone tool, you must select an area you're present to copy and place that area again. Okay. So let's go back here. Unless it's not a tool you have to unlock. Is it through here that we need to unlock that? Not any of that. Not any of that. Not that. No. No. Need to figure out that one, but that will come in time, I guess. All right, we need to open this up to more people. So prisoners, we're just gonna intake. That's what I needed. We'll take 8 prisoners a day. And I just want minimum security prisoners. Alright, foundationally, we're going to build some more stuff heading up here. And then we're going to add that giant area there. Oh, never mind. We don't have the cash for that. If I can do something like that. Nope, don't have the cash for that either. God help us. All right, what do we have as far as grants go? Oh, we have this one already, don't we? I just need 3 people to work in the kitchen. So program-wise, we have people working through that. As soon as we have that done, I can go to logistics. So where's that? Or no, deployment, right? No, it's logistics. Yeah, we just don't have enough people there to do it yet because they haven't met the requirements. That's fine. Now, this is eventually going to get eaten up and turned into something else. I don't know what other rooms we need to have right now. So, classrooms we still need to put in, but that can exist in a different part. We need an armory and a kennel still, which can exist up here, I believe. What else? Workshop's going to be a different area. Library will be a different area. Exports will be a different area. Mailroom, shop, all that stuff will be different areas. Okay. So that tells me this area is not going to be right now it's a visitor kind of area. I don't think we need to have more visitation areas yet. And if we do, we can put it down here potentially. But this area is going to be for the armory, which doesn't have a room requirement, and the kennel needs to be 5 by 5. So we got that. Okay. And let me just zoom in on said kennel. Let's build out the wall for that. And then this is going to be our armory. These are all going to be staff doors. Because there's going to be problems if people get a hold of any of that stuff. And then our dog crates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put doggy bowls in front of all of them. Go. And then this room is going to be our armory. And what do we need for this one? We need to have a weapons rack. It needs to be indoors, which it is. A guard, locker, and a table. Okay. So I'll throw a table there. Throw that in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool. And hopefully that will cover all of that stuff. Flooring wise, we need this again. This is how I visually keep track of everything. Oh god, we don't have enough money for any of that. Awesome. All right, so we're definitely down on cash, and we had an escape. Sucks. But I'm going to get dog patrols out here and out there, or armed security at the gates, and that should solve that problem, I think. So I'm going to deployment and patrols. We'll do patrol right here. I'm going to do another patrol right there. I'm going to assign armed guard to each one. And then, let's see, we want to assign, I think I'm going to put a dog here to kind of sniff out any contraband. So that will be a dog one. And I guess we could just run this one as a dog one as well. And then I just need to hire them, right? I don't know if it'll let me because we don't have any money. All right, we got that. And I need 2 dog handlers. So dog handler, yeah, I don't have any money for it. All right, can we get another grant? No. And logistically, there we go. Let's go. We don't have any qualified, but they can work there. That's all we need. All right. And then I should be able to hire my 2 dog handlers. Please, please, please. Where's dog? There it is. 1, 2. Boom. And we got that one. Now we're back up on cash. Fantastic. Deployment for patrols. I'm going to take that guy off there since it's a dog patrol now. I don't need to have that. Now, I can't spend a lot of money that I don't have right now, which is another problem for us, but that's a different issue. So let's build that out so we have consistency in the wall design there. Close those up. It doesn't look like anybody's staying in those cells quite yet. And eventually I think all of these cells will be migrated out somewhere to do something different. But that's a future us problem as well here. Interesting that that one we put as a jail door. I don't know why I did that. I'm okay with it. I just don't know why I did it. Like, this door should be a jail door. Basically any door that's facing out to where prisoners could be should be a jail door. Like this one, I'm going to disassemble this. And we're going to put in a jail door there because there's no reason to have that as anybody who's in that hallway is going to be a police officer. So we only need that. I think the same is going to be true here. This one, it might not only be police officers, but it should... They have to pass a locked door, not just a staff door, but a locked door regardless. And the only people who can open them are security. So I think we'll be okay with that. And let's go ahead and dismantle the walls here. Still doing okay power-wise. I'm going to dismantle that one. And once that gets done, we'll put in a bigger capacitor here. So we still keep it, we're still well within our boundaries for that. I just want to make sure that we're okay for any future growth. Boom, there we go. Utility wise, we are going to need another set of utilities coming up this way. So I'll put that in place. And I think I just need to build the foundation for the kitchen. I don't think I need to actually do all of the food items and all that quite yet. And what I'm hoping for is that this door here can be where they come in from deliveries and we'll drop it off there. We'll find out. I don't really know. I suppose I could put this as a staff door if this door here was also a... I should put both those as being what they are. Alright, let's take a look. We're missing a door control system. Don't have money for that. Low quality cells. I don't care about that right yet. We have 2 people in solitary confinement. 1's in lockdown. 10 prisoners are up for parole. Programs. Oh, we have to do parole as a program. That's right. My bad. So we'll start that up. Does it cost us any money? No, it doesn't. There we go. Our parole hearings are now filled up. We have 10 people waiting to get out on parole. And I don't know if we get a bonus for them being successful on parole or not, but that's a future us question. But I am enjoying what we have right now. I think it's a good setup. I do want to start closing this area down. Because in theory, this whole block here could really be the kitchen if we want it to be. Like we have our intake here where they come in, do all their stuff. There's a holding cell if they need to get out of there. There's showers, but basically this whole area could be just for administrative things. Consider adding a death row to the prison. No, I'm good. Alright, and I just want to see how much this would cost us. So I think that's worth it. Let's do it. I live by bad decisions. Alright, let's go ahead and see what we got here. So we'll throw staff door in there just so that they have the ability to get in and out of that. We have all these lights. Like we can do a unmanned searchlight or a floodlight. Just pop down stuff, but then I have to run electricity through all that. I don't want to do that. All right. So we have parole hearings actively happening. There's one. There's another one. They're just waiting on the prisoner, I guess. We have plenty of free prison or guards right now. But we're losing tons of cash. So I'm going to take a look at our deployments, or not our deployments, but our staffing here and just see. Guards are $500 and they cost $100 a day. Armed guards are $350 a day. No, we don't need that. Dog handlers are $150 a day. So the armed guards are really where we're getting crushed at. $350 a day. Yeah, that's $700. That's a good amount of our stuff. So we're gonna say goodbye to you and you. There we go. We have a lot less money that we're dealing with now. And our intake is open, right? Oh, it's closed to new inmates? I thought we were open. Crap. No, we're... Oh, I had number a day. I'm sorry. I didn't want 8 total prisoners. I want that. All right, so that's going to be an injection here of... How much money? 2,400. There, we'll take 12. 3,600 bucks. Should be just fine for what we need. Grant-wise... Don't want to do that one, although it's nice. Prison manufacturing sounds good. Cell block B also sounds good, but we have more work to do before we get there. So we'll do that. Add a wall here, I suppose. With a staff door right there. Is there not any lights in this hallway? My goodness. What's going on? Alright, let's go add some lights to that hallway. Alright, this is going to be our new kitchen area once we have a chance to get that all built out. We don't have a ton of cash, but I think we'll be okay. So I need a serving area. 1, 2, 3. I'm overbuilding this right now just because I want to get this thing set. So that's a space. 2, 3. Oh, that's so much larger. All right, then I need benches. Nope, large benches. There we go. How much do these cost? Oh, they're only 30 bucks. All right, we got all that. I need some bins. Recycling bin. Then we'll throw on a drink machine and a snack machine. And what I'm also going to do, I'm going to throw some plants in there. Ready? Look. Boom, 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 boom. Magical eating environment. Yeah, so everywhere that you can go outside, you need to pass a locked gate. That's what we're looking for here. And I really should put a metal detector here so we don't get anything mixed up with that. So the kitchen needs a sink. Put there. Any fridges? The cookers. 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. And then we'll do fridges on this side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Once we get those all hooked up, then we can start migrating the rest of these items over to here and or sell the ones that we don't need. I know we're running low on cash. I can't do anything about that. It's a freaking game. So we got that. That's going to go there. That's going to go there. Cool. And then water-wise, I need that pipe to come up and go to there. Then I believe that will cover all of the things we need for that space. And we're going to be bringing on more staff here, or more prisoners, which should knock that number back to being positive, hopefully here real soon. All right. It looks like these are all ready, so I can make these different names here, or change the rooms here. So this is the new canteen. I guess this one's a little messed up because they're there. And so I'm going to take away that option. And then kitchen. This is no longer the kitchen. The kitchen is this new big space up there. Can I afford another cook? I can afford one new cook. I suppose we'll put another sink here. I don't really have a reason for it. All right, and then this bench, I can move this to the one that... Oh, no, I didn't miss anything. Okay. But the snack machine can definitely move up here and be part of up there. All right, we do have prisoners coming today. We have 12 of them. It's going to pay us $3,600, which, being that we have $200 in our bank account, is going to be useful for us. Here they come. There we go. They're all getting searched. We found some stuff on some of them. They are out. Our new kitchen is looking lovely. What's your problem? Oh, we need more solitary cells. Okay, that's not a big deal. We will get there, but you can see we're up to $6,376. We're still negative cash flow, but we still have escapes. How's that happening? I guess we don't have patrols there right now, which is kind of a bummer. All right. The other thing that we can do is in our programs area, some of these, like that one costs $200 a day. That one's free. That one we can stop, right? Yeah. We don't need that anymore. Workshop, we don't have anything. That one's doing its thing. And spiritual guidance is 250. No, I don't. Sorry, guys. It's too much. All right, but I can go over to logistics. And we have 8 people who are currently qualified to work there, so might as well let them work. And for whatever reason, the church there is a little dark, so we'll just brighten that one up there. And I don't know if I should start shutting this area down. Like, I shouldn't because I don't have the money for doing anything right now, but in a perfect world, I think I would do that. And what I might do here is we can kind of reconfigure this. This guy can go over here this way, and then this area eventually will become the yard. I think. We're definitely lacking a lot of security guards and all that stuff right now. We'll get to all that eventually. Let's take a look here and see what we have as far as grants go. See, education one is one I really want to do. It just takes a lot of money. The manufacturing one, again, is one that I would want to do, but it takes a lot of money. This one is more interesting. Serve a single low-quality, low-variety meal for 2 days. Serve 3 high-variety, high-quality meals for 2 days. Pays 15 grand, which is more than doubles our current cash value here, which is awesome. Let's take a look at this other one. This one gives us $40,000, 20 up front and 20 later on. We have to increase the size of our security force. Okay. Unblock body armor, unblock tasers, build a CCTV monitor, and place CC cameras throughout your prison. Let's do that one. Mainly because we do have room to do that now. Like, this area is done. Like, I can build a little security office there, and it will work just fine. So, actually, I'm just going to dump all this. Because it's not that bad. So the ones that I don't think I'll use again, I'm just going to dismantle all of those. All right, so I need to research body armor and tasers. So, tasers, body armor, and it said CCTV room, so this one unlocks that. Okay. Get rid of all of that. Get rid of these walls here. Dismantle that one. And I'm just going to rebuild that wall real fast. All right, and you can see our cash flow is getting better. Not there yet, but we're getting better. Oh, and for the other one, I need to unlock education anyway. Okay. And for these, I can do all that stuff. Requires a chief. Requires a chief. Okay. Yeah, security office. That's what we need. I think that's where the CCTV stuff goes. So it would go theoretically like there. We have a bunch more people arriving today too. So we have 12 more people. So our prison is starting to fill up a bit more, which is a good sign for us. Our cash flow is negative, but not as negative as it was prior to that. And we're slowly moving through. Increase the size of your force. Okay. How many do I need to increase it by? It doesn't say how much you have to increase it by. Alright, we got that one done. We unlock body armor. We're working on the next part of that. And deployment with patrols. I should be able to get rid of the arm guard, or get rid of the arm guards there, but I can assign regular guards to each of those spots. And then we're going to put on, let's see, security office. It's 4x4 size designation. Okay. So let's just do that, I guess. I can put in my wallage. Nope. There we go. And then we need to have, let's see, a desk chair. Well, I want to do CCTV and a phone tap if I can. We need to have office desk, a filing cabinet. I thought that said cool stand for a second. Okay, now this is where I forget all of this game. So we have that. I need to place CCTVs throughout my prison. All right, so objects, CCTV. We want the cameras. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. Okay. We have enough of those. Now I believe I need to go into utilities and go to wiring. Yeah. Quick connect lets you connect any surveillance system to the closest thing. Yeah. Okay, and then phone tap. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got all that, and look at us. We're rolling in some cash all of a sudden. All right, so let's do the basics here, and I'm just going to make this pretty because it's going to bother me if it's not. It's not that much money. I know it's money I don't need to spend, but I want to. And I think that looks good. In theory, I could block this, like I could move this over and block this hallway off and just have all of that be where it is, but I think we're okay. Oh, this all needs to be wooden, that's right. Now, if I remember right, there's a thing called, is it Fog of War? There's a setting at the beginning when you set it up, and I forget what it is. But basically, if you don't have security staff or if you don't have cameras, you won't be able to see them. I believe, or I know because it's set up, but that's all turned off in this run of the game because I forgot it existed entirely, and I don't really know how it works all that well. So we're going to ignore that, and let's take a look. We're not equipped to handle a fire in the prison. Of course not. We should. Let's fix that, and then we'll call it a day here. Now, object sprinklers. So we have fire sprinklers, and we're just going to put them spaced a little throughout this area. And then once those get in there, we'll be able to provide them water. Oh, hold on. Okay, looked like they were blinking water for a second there. I got very concerned very quickly. Power-wise, we're just about maxed out on our current layout of what we have here for everything. It's just about done. Oh, we cannot take 12 more prisoners tomorrow, though. That's a problem. Intake. We're just going to fill the capacity to 42 because that's all we can do. And we're negative money right now, but we will be making more money here shortly. I'm going to go in and unlock education while we're waiting on it, and also forestry labor. What does the improvement do? Can I mark misbehaving prisoners in their field of view? That's interesting. That's kind of cool. I like that. We can make lots of money quickly if we add a death row prison option. That is up here, isn't it? Yeah, we need to get the legal thing, and then we have execution stuff, which is, I think, what unlocks that. I don't know. Small cells. No, I don't want to do that. Death row. There it is. Okay. So I need to spend $15,000 of my 20 to build that one thing, and we don't even have enough capacity for it. So that's not going to happen. And logistically here, we still have our max jobs for all of that stuff. Fantastic. These guys are all going to get searched. We found some drugs immediately. Great. Go through. And there, we finally have that set up. Okay, so now I can go into utilities, water. Get all of that taken care of. And I know we're missing the door system. I don't know how that works yet, but I think we can do it from here. So did we research remote doors? No, we still don't have remote doors. We'll research that because that should cut down on the number of staff we need to deploy to certain areas as well, which in theory should be able to save us some money. So in theory, I could fit another 8 prisoners. We have beds for up to 8 more, but we're not going to do that. And we have 4 prisoners up for parole. And we've fulfilled all of the things we need to fulfill, I think. You see we have a couple prisoners who are working. It's fantastic. We're positive cash flow. Things are coming together here, folks. But I think that's going to wrap us up here for today. I'm very excited that we have this brand new food area. I think it's going to be a big deal to help us out with lots of stuff. And it's going to allow us to grow out what we have here. But that's going to wrap us up for today. Thanks as always for joining me, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.